Close your eyes for a minute, close your eyes for a second. I won't change my mind.
Hi Posh fam, welcome back to my channel, Poshcateyes Unfiltered. Very quickly, we're gonna run the commentary that was the Real Housewives of Potomac. We're getting to the pointy end of things, and so there's not a lot of talking points with the women as it relates to drama. First things first though, thank you to my latest subscriber. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Posh Farm train. Again, go through my playlist and find what will keep you on. Stay locked in and share this channel with your friends. Comment, like. For my existing subbies who have stayed locked on, thank you. I appreciate your support always. As you know, stay tuned. Like, comment, and share this channel with your friends. And with that said, let's dig in a little bit more on all that went down the last episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of talking point to highlight. However, the ladies are heading to Dominican Republic, and this trip is sponsored by none other than Robin, who informed the ladies at the pajama stroke housewarming party of Nneka that they are all welcome. As you know, Wendy was absent, but I guess for some way she got the invite that Dominican Republic was calling. It did seem like a good fun at the start. We're going to uncover that because that happened at the tail end. And if you can guess my title, there is a new Grand Dame of Potomac. I didn't know that the crown of Grand Dame was being honored or given or distributed by none other than Gizelle Bryant. So Gizelle Bryant has the royal capacity to ordain grand dames as she chooses, and also dethrone whoever she doesn't like anymore. Again, like I said, these women are not friends. They call themselves friends, but frenemies is the best description of this particular group. Now, this episode kicked off with what's her name, Mia, having a conversation with Ashley. Ashley came visiting, but before that, Gordon and Mia were trying to recap on the Happy Eddie event, how Karen sort of called Mia out. But what Mia failed to tell Gordon was the fact that Karen made some allegation alluding to some rapper shenanigans. Now, when producers asked Mia, why didn't you tell Gordon all that happened, she said she was going to keep that to herself and not willing to share, which shows us or tells us that there might be some atom of truth in that alleged allegation by Karen that Mia is allegedly having something to do with a rapper. Now, Mia, as always, Messy Boots never focuses on her own situation. She decided to find out what the legal situation is with Ashley and her divorce from her husband. Now, Ashley is saying she is not rushing to the courthouse anytime soon. She will get a divorce when she chooses. She, however, is comfortable because there is a financial security tied to her staying married to her ex-partner. I think we all know the ex-partner has a share in her current house purchase. So maybe she's holding off, waiting for him to take the bait or make the first move for her to be able to say, I have the upper hand. So I really don't know how that particular situation is meant, but Ashley is coming from a place of trauma. She said she witnessed homelessness, and her mother, who also raised her as a single mom, being kicked out of places because she couldn't afford rent, and she had to stay on the streets. Basically, that's her version of events, not mine. She sounded very emotional, and I kind of felt for her, and I do understand why you want all that financial security that comes with having a dual income rather than a single income. And this particular dual income has got a huge pocket, and so it is what it is. And Mia, again, is in her own situation. We don't know where that is going to go or how long that's going to go for, but she doesn't want to focus on her drama. She needs to let everyone else into, or she needs to get into everyone else's business before we get to see what's happening in her life. Now, we caught on to Candice and her partner are now complaining about, should I say, private time. Initially, the ball was Candice having to complain that Chris was never around, and here Chris is complaining that Candice is never around. They had a conversation about having kids, IVF, you know, eggs, embryos. Apparently Candice is not there yet anymore. She was there some time back, but she's not there anymore because her musical career has kicked off and she doesn't want a baby to stop her money making ventures. Well, Candice and Chris, I really don't know what's going on there, but it's safe to say these two, they don't really know exactly what they want. When they know, they'll let us in. Gizelle is sending off her daughter again. We can now see her officially graduating from high school and is now on to university. And this is Giselle's moment. She was surrounded by her family and her ex-husband who was there for the daughter. And again, it's a joy, you know, having to watch your babies grow into beautiful adults, and the only thing you can say to them is go out there, be kind, and succeed, right? Yes. And now to the main event. Remember this particular sit down that was all the rage between Wendy and Nneka? It finally happened. We got to see Wendy and Nneka sit down. Now, guys, you would think there was a resolution out of this, and I can tell you there was no resolution. These girls could not come to a sort of agreement or some sort of kumbaya. Now, this particular conversation went, you know, again, all over the place. But the central point was basically Wendy is upset that Nneka called her Momo, which made some substantial or baseless accusations, to which Nneka said, prior to my joining you girls, you had contacted my cousin-in-law, Lebe. Again, Lebe is central to all of this, who said a few things that your mother said, and your mother took my name to the shrine. And you know, I think the point is Nneka feels everything that has happened were orchestrated by Wendy's family, and I don't think Wendy did anything from what it seems. Or maybe Wendy used her family to play some type of victim card. We don't know, because every time Wendy comes to the point, what did I do to you? Nneka hasn't got an explanation. It's more, your family did this, your family abused me, relating it back to Nigeria, how it's affecting all their kinsmen back home. Guys, your kinsmen are sleeping just fine. Just calm down. Let's not rope all the entire Nigerian community into your drama. It's focused on the two of you. Let's just keep it a little bit in a box. Let's not spread it out now, because they both keep referencing Nigeria. You guys don't live in Nigeria. You have no idea what is going on in Nigeria. Cost of living is affecting people's life there, and they are not, I can tell you for a fact, talking about the two of you and the mess you've got going on, except you're paying people back home to have that conversation, and I can understand that the conversation is actually happening. Ultimately, there was no headway. Nneka did apologize, and Wendy took that apology and walked off. So according to Wendy, they're going to coexist in the same space. However, they're not going to be friends. When Nneka decided to, Wendy said that, Nneka was sort of in tears or emotional with producers. Like, this has been a mess. But Nneka, you came off on the wrong foot. Okay, you came off on the wrong foot. If you had issues, call this girl privately and make it between you, not make it between you, Wendy, and the rest of the group. And that is where Wendy is upset about, because you chose a side, and the side that you chose, they are anti-Wendy. And now I don't know how you guys can fix this, if this is fixable. But we move on. These ladies are now on their way to Dominican Republic, and this is where the final, should I say, event happened. And they got to Dominican Republic. It was a bit of a stretch to choose a room. They finally did get a room, and I think the back and forth between Karen and Robin as to getting a single room, where Robin decided to choose her friends. Again, you know, the group is divided to get single rooms, while the other side, who are their arch enemies, got doubles. Wendy couldn't care less where she slept, provided she had a bed and a pillow. She was fine. Apparently, there's a Kiana chick that came with the group. She had a medical incident en route to Dominican Republic, and now Gizelle is trying to use that to get Kiana closer to their side, because according to Gizelle, no one went to check in on Kiana when they arrived. My God, Kiana, you're a big girl. You had a diarrhea session. What's the big deal? Get over yourself and stop playing victim. And this is the problem. These women play victim to try and cause chaos between themselves, and it just ends up looking messy and just not normal. Now, this is where the show ended for us on this episode. They all gathered in the courtyard or wherever beside the swimming pool. Gizelle decided she was going to bring up the issue regarding to postcode in Potomac. Remember, Nneka invited Karen to her place, where Karen sort of said this is not or further away from Potomac, exactly in the central part of Potomac. And Nneka decided to share this particular news with Gizelle and the rest of the gang who do not like Karen. And Gizelle had decided, okay, what I'm going to do is dethrone Karen from being Grand Dame of Potomac and now enthrone Nneka. And that is what they did. Publicly gathered all the girls and went on this royal charade and coronation ceremony and gave Nneka a sash as well as a crown and said, you are now the new queen of Potomac, Grand Dame of Potomac. I don't know how, because this is where it ended. Candice walked off feeling disgusted. Karen, you could see her, she was a little shook. And I don't know, guys, we're going to talk about this in the next episode because this is just the beginning of their chaos. They were meant to have a nice time in the Dominican Republic, but I don't see that happening with this happening. Gizelle is such a nasty woman, and I don't know why she has or how she has the time to be nasty. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you've watched this far, I do appreciate you. Don't forget, subscribe. Remain focused and stay safe. I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.